know, I always have thoughts about why the government has been so resistant to want to come to grips with their past and pay reparations. It can be because the money's not there. I mean, they can print money. They shown that with all the stimulus shit and all the PPP and all that. They shown they could put money in the atmosphere. So if it was about just giving up money, they could give money. But reparations just isn't about money. And everybody likes to throw that over to a check. But it's not just about check. It's about legislation. It's about set-asides. It's about actual redress for all the detriment. And it hasn't just come at them snatching money out of our hands. They've snatched opportunity out of our hands. They've snatched generational wealth out of our hands. And they can't give back time. So instead of giving back time, then now you've got to push us forward. And that's where some people start to feel like it's a handout, but it ain't no motherfucking handout. It's what should have been done. And when I talk about free education, free healthcare, interest-free loans, I'm talking from a stance of all the ways we were fucked up in all of those systems. Education, healthcare, lending. We've been treated worse than anybody else on this planet. There's nobody that's been brutalized more in lending. There is nobody that's been brutalized more in healthcare. And there is nobody that's been brutalized more in education. Starting with education, you could die if you learn how to read. Die. You won't be punished. You won't be whipped. You won't be slapped. We're gonna kill you if you learn how to read. That's the mandate that was out there at one time. So just for that right there, not one American descendant of slavery should ever pay for schooling. I don't care on what level. It should be a voucher. Period. The only thing that I say is when you have to qualify for that school, absolutely. You meet the qualifications, free tuition, free room and board, free books. We should never be put in a position where we should have to pay to go to anybody's school, seeing that we weren't allowed to go to school, we weren't allowed to read. And then when they did let us go to school, we had to go to the nigger school, where we used the books that the white people threw away, the desk that they threw away, hell, the teachers that they threw away. You think teachers back then wanted to teach black students? Think they wanted to be known that they were working at the nigger school? So for that detriment, absolutely, we should not be paying for any education. It should all be on the house. The slave master's house. And healthcare, we talk about this a lot. They built American medicine off of the black man. From tearing up thousands of women's wombs to figure out gynecology. From infecting populations of black folks with their diseases to figure out symptoms and diagnoses and things like. See, they never dropped that shit in white communities. They only did it to black people. We were the guinea pigs. They use guinea pigs and monkeys and rats and shit now. But we were that. We were on the same level as a guinea pig, on the same level as a motherfucking rat, on the same level as a fucking monkey. That's what they did their experiments with in medicine. And then refused to give us health care. We didn't have health care. And then when we got health care, it wasn't proper health care. We had to go to the same place where they fucking pulled horses' teeth to go to the dentist. If a motherfucker worked on a horse, he could work on a black man's too. And lending, come on, man. Black folks done paid twice the interest rate of a white person with the same credit score, same income, living in the same neighborhood. They done paid twice the interest rate on loans. It's documented. Why? Because they could. Who was checking them? White supremacy don't check white supremacy. Unless they just checking on it to see if it's okay. Y'all good over here? Holding dominion over the niggas? Okay. The government doesn't want to give in to reparations because they don't want to see black people become solvent. The number one fear is that we turn around, get right, we start fucking with them. But we have no intentions of dealing with them the way they dealt with us. We want ours, we'll take ours, and we'll deal with ours. What y'all gonna do, y'all wanna try to hold it over us, give us programs, give us acts, give us these meager ass policies that don't do shit for us. Oh yeah, I know. I know. I've lived enough to understand it's not about equal rights. It's about equity rights. It's not about civil rights. It's about civil rights. See, when we start talking about real shit, politicians get crazy. Oh, it doesn't work like that. We have to do this. We got to do that. These motherfuckers, they got that whole neighborhood blocked up. They've been locked over there for a minute. I drove through here and the blue lights was just starting. Now they still up over in there. Somebody going to jail tonight and they won't be getting out till Monday. When black people talk about solvency, the government, they get weary. They can't figure it out. Barack Obama said that's not the way America worked. Yet still he gave billions to Indians. They passed some laws for American Jewish folk, Holocaust survivors. Still got programs set aside for Asians. They want to get out here and talk about this shit about separating kids at the border from their parents. That shit didn't start just with Trump. Barack had his hand in that too. Barack was deporting motherfuckers. They act like Barack didn't deport motherfuckers. Everybody caping for DACA now. They feel bad. Didn't nobody feel bad when black kids were separated from their parents during slavery? I know, it was legal. It was legal. It was legal then, Shannon, it was legal. People like to stand behind the law until you just show that the law is just not right. But then they'll be like, but that was then. Things have changed. What's changed? What's changed? Black people were bottom caste then. Black people are bottom caste now. There's just more people in between white and black people. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate the government doesn't want to look what it's done and make right on it. Yet and still, they try to figure out all types of shit for immigrants, illegal immigrants, fugitives, people who sneak into this country, live under the grid. They try to figure out ways for them to get fast-tracked to citizenship, but they don't want to fast-track black Americans to solvency. And it really wouldn't be fast-tracking because slavery ended 155 years ago. So it really wouldn't be a fast track. It's more like a slow track, like a slow roll, like constipation, and you're just now starting to get a movement of the bowel. They want to fast track motherfuckers that are here, came over here illegally. They want to fast track them to citizenship. Fast track them to the American dream, but they don't want to fast track black Americans to reparations. Because they've been telling us we have the opportunity to live the American dream for 155 years. And I'm not sure how that happens. When you can't buy a car, when you can't buy a house, when you can't hold down a career that's going to take care of your family like they can. Them people. Those people. But a motherfucker can sneak into this country and he'll get help guiding his hand across the paper to fast track him to citizenship. Eat a dick. Motherfuckers come over here, they gotta get in line. I was never fucking afraid. If motherfucker was ready to cut in line in lunch, get in line. Half the time I was in lunch line, I wasn't even hungry. I was just in the lunch line trying to talk to girls. But I'd still tell them, get in line. Just to be an asshole. That's the way I feel now. Motherfuckers gotta get in line. You just don't come to this bitch and think you can get the same thing that my people have gotten. Because if that's the case, yeah, you do get the same thing that my people have gotten. Nothing. You wait your turn. Raise your hand. Keep it held high until you're called upon. But see, that's not the way they do things in America. America, you can sneak in this bitch. You can crawl on your belly over to this bitch, and they'll help you up, dust you off, and give you work visas and green cards and get you fast-tracked to citizenship. But if your great-great-grandfather, your great-great-grandmother picked cotton, tilled land, were blacksmiths, locksmiths, and all type of smiths, you get absolutely nothing. You get exactly what they were paid. Nothing. That's what they're saying. But then they want to come out and try to say black people are just a part of as much of this country as anybody else is. No. In the building of it, yes. In the creating of it, yes. We are not a pillar in this country. We are foundations in this country. Is that why the motherfucker says foundational black Americans? Because we the bottom. We laid the groundwork. We laid the foundation. And see, a foundation never rises. A foundation is always at the bottom. Always. Let me see a foundation be at the top of a building. Never. So that tricky ass upside down house, wherever the fuck that is, Vegas somewhere, an upside down house. Yeah, foundation's up. It's still a foundation on the bottom. That's a false foundation that's up top, dummy. You can't have no fucking foundation on the top. The house will cave in. It's all good, though. Now, the government don't want to give up them reparations because they know if black people start being able to think for themselves, build for themselves, and unify with themselves, America has a problem. Because it's not like we're going to just go off. I don't believe in that shit about we need to be in one state. Fuck that. All 50 of these bitches are ours. Even the white ones, even the motherfucker where there ain't no black people. Your Wyomings, your Dakotas and shit. Them bitches is ours too. You're not just gonna regulate me to motherfucking one goddamn state, two goddamn state. Fuck you. My reparation says I can be where the fuck I want to be. I want to buy land here, I'm gonna buy land here. I want to buy land there, I buy land there. We way past 40 acres and a mule. We way past a check. What JC said? I think it's time for some actionable items. We need some actionable items. And there needs to be legislation put forth to where things start to work to our advantage. To our advantage. I don't want equal rights. I want advantage rights. I want the same rights that another motherfucker got and didn't work for him. We've worked for him and got nothing. Time is up. But that's not going to happen until black people figure out we really fucked up out here. Until black people figure out that we're a pandemic within the pandemic, we're not going to go anywhere. We got too many black people out here to think we doing okay. Just because they see a few motherfuckers on TV doing all right, they think we're all doing okay. No, the median black family is worth $1,700 fucking dollars. Period. Period. A black man and or woman that's graduated from college is generally worth less money than a motherfucker who dropped out of high school who's white. Black women, hey, they getting elevated all over the place. We got a black VP. Most black women go to college. They worth more when they go to college than when they graduate. And when you go to college, you ain't worth nothing. You supposed to have all your worth once you come out. You further in debt. It's fucked up out here. We need to be restored. And if you don't want to do that, do it for your grandkids. Stop thinking that you're doing it for yourself anyway. You need to be thinking about generational wealth. This is where we start. It's going to take more than me, because hey, 20, 30 motherfuckers going to see my video. But we got people out here with platforms with 100, 200,000 subscribers. They need to be saying the same shit. Instead of fucking getting on the internet clowning and shit. And then wanting to throw some shit in there and act like they're fucking being political. No, you're not. You're being a distraction. And the government likes that. They like when you're a distraction. Distract them niggas. Keep them off the money. When I told you, I ain't worried about Harriet Tubman being on a motherfucking $20 bill. We don't need to be on the money unless we in the money. Harriet on the front with a slave master on the back. So that ain't nothing but a motherfucking slave master chasing Harriet. We living this shit all over again, y'all? Fuck that $20 bill. Yeah, it don't happen like that, man. Hopefully you enjoyed your family. If you didn't have family to be around, hopefully you enjoyed who you were around. These times are weird. They weird. We got to get back at it. You know, people playing, they playing games out here, man. So we got to take care of ourselves. Keep your head right. You're going to run into some assholes. I get it. You're going to run into some assholes. Don't stay long. Take it from an old motherfucker. I stayed too long dealing with assholes. Trying to help motherfuckers. You know, trying to help motherfuckers eat while they helping me starve. Don't take no time on that. 21's coming up. You see what 2020 brought you. You don't have no time to waste in 21. If you think you do, you'll be fucked up after the first quarter. Put yourself in play. Put your people in play. Don't fuck around with no clowns out here. You ain't got time for it. And start listening to things that are going to better your life, better your situation. Leave all the other bullshit alone. You ain't got to listen to me. Listen to another motherfucker. Basically, gonna be telling you the same shit. Some people are more data driven. Some people just spit it. Some people want to show you a lot of graphs and shit. Some of us might just want to just rhyme the shit. I know a lot of motherfuckers, when they speak all they shit, they rhyme. They poets. You know, they're social poets. Listen to somebody, man. Listen to somebody. Trying to go through life and listening to rappers and singers and shit and getting through it, it ain't gonna work for you. You gotta listen to somebody that's talking about something. So yeah, man, get on up out of here. And start it all over again tomorrow. Y'all be good. A lot on my mind tonight. A lot on my mind. Y'all probably just got to see me just lose faith, lose trust in a motherfucker, like literally just right before your eyes. I just lost faith in a motherfucker. And that's all right. Because I've already said what I said. This ain't the time to fall out of bounds with me. Because we ain't going to be in bounds in nothing, 21. It's been a tumultuous 12 months. To the day when I got took. Didn't know I was getting took. But this is the day where it was supposed to be a life-changing situation, and goddamn if it was. Yeah. But it's all gonna turn around. It's got to. Because I'm a black man. And I watch shit. The BlackWatch, we about to get at it. Really get at it. I heard there's some fucked up things that happened in the city of Ypsilanti. So we going east tomorrow. We going east. There's some really fucked up things that happened in Ypsilanti. We're gonna get it out. No stone is left unturned on the BlackWatch. Ain't nobody safe. If you doing fucked up shit out here, we laying it out. Why? because you shouldn't have did fucked up shit. Not because we're trying to be rebels and renegades. No. You shouldn't have did fucked up shit. Now we in that ass. Y'all be good. One love.